Give thanks. Give thanks for another day of life. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Wake up. Wake up. It's time to connect with the people today. There's something that I have to say. There's something that I need to say to you. I realize it's early, but some of you are up and others will catch this message when they wake up, which is a very interesting side note, that when you wake up, you'll get the messages. Everything you need to know will be sent to you. So just be assured that no matter what it is that you do, there's so much love. There's so much love out there for you that when you finally do wake up, the messages will already be here for you. There are people like me that send these messages, and even if you don't get it right away, these are our books that we leave. These are our virtual books that we leave. And eventually when you wake up, you'll see them. You'll find us. You'll find us on YouTube. You'll find us on Facebook. You'll coincidentally, purposefully meet one of us, and you'll hear the message. As soon as you're ready, you'll hear the message. God morning to you. God morning to you. Thank you for tuning in this morning. A lot of messages have been pouring through me, and I have to connect with you today. So you can see my face, so you can see that I'm living and I'm breathing, and I am the God in human flesh among you. The messages are so important that not only do I write, I literally have to get on here and actually look at you and speak to you directly so that you can really, really understand what's going on. If you are anything like me, which if you're watching this, there's some part of you that resonates with me, or else you wouldn't be watching. Now, what I have to say and what comes from my page is probably unlike anything that you have ever heard or will ever hear. And this is why I have to say it. This video is entitled, "This Means Everlasting Life." Now, before your time is so precious that I want to say this to you, that if your choice, and when I say choice, I mean everything is a choice. I don't care what anybody else told you. I don't care what anybody else taught you. Everything that's happening to us, everything that's happening to you has been a choice that you've made. You don't remember it, but this is all your choice. You chose to come here. Just like how you choose to get a PlayStation, an Xbox. Back in the day, it was a Genesis. You went out there, you spent your money, you worked for the money, you bought the game, you bought the games that go with the PlayStation or the Genesis or whatever it is that you bought. And for whatever reason you bought it, you chose to get that game. You chose to play the game. You chose to buy the games. You even chose and created and designed the games that you play. When you finally wake up and realize who you really are, now the game becomes exciting. It's no longer victim mode. It's no longer, he's doing this to me. The government is doing that to me. They are doing that to me. You get it. You finally understand that you are way more than just human flesh. You finally wake up, and guess how you wake up? Pain. Pain helps you to wake up. Going through it over and over and over again, by repetition, pain, something traumatic, is usually going to happen to you that will wake you up. A near-death experience maybe, or something to that effect. But here's some interesting news. We're going to get into it now. You are God. Just sit down and think about that thought for a minute. You are God. Why would you be even playing this game with yourself? Why would you even decide to do this? Why? Why? If you're God, then why is there so much suffering? Why is there so much pain? Why even put yourself through this if you are God? Interesting question to ask yourself. Because in that same question, you realize that there is no suffering. There is no they. There is nothing outside of you. Your job is to remember. Your job is to remember. And everything that you see is only reflecting your mind and its capabilities. Everything you see is only reflecting your mind and its capabilities. You're going to admit that this is one hell of a ride that we've been on. One hell of a ride. Do you want to get out of here? Do you want to experience something different? Because a lot of us are worried about the wrong thing. Everybody's so worried about their stuff. Everybody's so worried about their boss. Everybody's so worried about the government and Donald Trump and this and that and the killing and that person died and this person. It's all you, my friend. It's all you playing games with you. It's all mind games. And when you realize that this is all a stage, all the world's a stage, all the world is a stage, and you are just a player, not just a player. You play all parts. Play your role well and stop worrying about everybody else's role and play your role as God. Play your role. It has come to my collection that I am here to usher new thought. I'm here to usher those who make the choice to do so into a world of everlasting peace, harmony, and life itself. So far, you've experienced a life of chaos, disharmony, dysfunction, pain, suffering, and even death. The transmission that comes through me is here to share this good news of God's kingdom. I'm fully awake. I'm fully awake in a world that is asleep. So I walk amongst men. I walk amongst men, and I've been a sleeping giant inside this woman that you look at right now. But I'm awake. I'm awake. And I'm here to stir up your consciousness. I am here to wake you up to a higher level of beingness that you may have no idea what I'm talking about now. But as I opened up this video and told you, when you're ready, you'll find me again. You'll find my brothers and sisters. We're cut from a different cloth. And I know why I came here, and I know what I have to do. It's a heavy, 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 heavy challenge that us as light workers take on to help you. To help you. Why do we do this? It's because we know you are me, and I am you. You are me, and I am you. The fly is you. The wasp is you. The cow is you. The chicken, the pig, they're all manifestations of your mind and how you think on the deepest subconscious level. Everything you see in this world, it's you, and you are creating it. You are God. You are everything. You are the devil, and you are the angel at the same time. You choose which frequency, which path to focus on at the moment. You choose which side you want to lean towards, to focus on at any given moment. What are you choosing right now? What are you choosing? How are you treating yourself as God? Do you put yourself last? Do you put everybody else above you? When you finally remember, and you are, congratulations, you are remembering who you really are and what the fuck you're doing here. Because let me tell you something, when you wake up and you look around, you're going to be like, God, what is going on here? It's like mom was sick for a little bit, and the kids and everybody else done fucked the whole shit up. Like, yo, I was sleeping. I was getting a little bit of rest, and I'm awake now. Damn, why does the house look like this? Why does our house look like this? Why does our house look like this? Have you looked outside? Have we done lost our minds? I've been asleep for a little bit, and now I'm awake, and I'm looking around, and I'm looking at y'all, and I'm like, why does our house look like this? And anybody that knows me very well knows that when things are out of order, I go ballistic. You're looking at the cannabis plant speaking directly to you. I feel everything. I feel everyone. I take on your pain, and I take on your pleasure whenever you're in my presence. I feel everything that's going on this planet. The reception that comes through you, the frequency that comes through you may not be as receptive. And it's so much to it. It's so much to it that all I can tell you to do is think before you act, before you speak, before you do anything. You need to think. Call on that presence that lives inside of you. If you've gone to church or anybody's church, or you've been indoctrinated with any kind of religion, you know that there is a presence. There's a holy presence. There is a realm of thought that is so divine and so exquisite that when you get on that vibe, and you felt it before, when you've accomplished something great, when you see another person help another person, when you see someone of kindness, when you see someone give of themselves, when you see someone that cares so much for you to the point that it's more than you even care for yourself, you have to recognize that there's something out there that's watching over you, that's gracing you with such a love, with such a purity that you may not have for yourself at the moment, but we have it for you. And we're holding the solid ground of foundation for you to stand on, for you to sit in the rightful throne as God of your universe, of your world. We all have our own world. We reside in our own world. The people you know, I know nothing about. The circumstances and experiences that you've gone through have not been identical to mine. But we share the same blood, which is some of the information that I need to speak to you about. We share the same blood. Why do I say this? We are all distant relatives. We are all distant relatives. We claim a very small few. We claim a very small few as biologically related to us. No such thing. Again, I'm having a conversation with gods. So the mortal man, mortal thinking, you won't even understand what I'm saying to you. The language is foreign to you. When I speak on everlasting life in the flesh, it's inconceivable to most of you. How is this even possible? As God, anything is possible. And if you haven't seen it yet, that means you're here to create it. If you have not seen it yet and you desire it, it means you are here to create it as God itself. I look like a female. I look like I'm human. I have eyes like you. I have nose like you. I have lips like you. My build is like you. You are made in the image and likeness of me. This is the mechanics, the technological mechanics of who you are. And you don't understand it yet. Before you start to get fearful of this presence, because what I've noticed with man in the mortal flesh is that anything that you don't understand, you tend to harm. You tend to abuse. You kill it. You don't understand it, so you tend to abuse it. You tend to kill it. You tend to harm it because of your fear and your lack of understanding. The only thing you need to know is that everything is you. So if you know that that thing that you're looking at is you, everything you see is you, you would treat it with such grace, with such honor, with such dignity. But let me tell you why you don't. Let me tell you why you don't treat it as such, why you don't treat everything you see, everything that you touch as reverent, as honorable. Because you don't see yourself that way. Because you don't honor yourself as God that way. But I'm here to help you to understand how amazing you are and the glorious potential that you have to seek your kingdom first and allow the rest to magnetically draw and pull and come to you with very little. or no hard work. You speak it and you'll see it in your existence. It's a Godfidence that most have to work to attain. I wasn't always like this. I've transformed myself into the being that you see today. I keep myself isolated for a reason. You misunderstand me because you don't understand yourself. Sometimes I see the things and the changes and the things that I can do, and it amazes me. When you really start to study yourself, you will be amazed. Of course, some people are going to think you're crazy. Some people are going to think you're narcissistic. Some people are going to think you're so full of yourself. They don't understand you yet. You're God. But they don't know that they're God yet either. So forgive them, for they know not what they do. Everybody on this planet is your blood, my friend. Every single thing, every single person is your family, your blood relative. You only think it's your mom and your dad. You only think it's your brother or your sister. You only think it's your uncle or your auntie. Every living being walking this planet is your blood. It's your distant relative. Get to know them. Say hello. The idea of separation must come to a halt for you to understand the oneness of who you are as God. The illusion of separation must come together again. The right brain and the left brain, the masculine and the feminine, must come together again. We must harmonize. We must unite. It's time to put your weapons down. It's time to put your weapons down. Drop them. No guns are allowed. All life is sacred. Hear me and hear me loud. All life is sacred. Put your guns down. Put your guns down. All of our suffering comes from attachment. Attachment to things, places, people, ideas, concepts, perceptions. These are all ideas that someone else fed you. Psyches and ideas that somebody else fed you to influence you into their bidding. Whatever it is that they want to carry out. You'll either learn how to control, discipline, and guide yourself and command yourself, or someone else will. Either you will guide and monitor and control and discipline your own self and command and obey your own will, or you'll be obeying the will of someone else. Just like you would never ever consider putting a gun to your daughter's head, putting a gun to your son's head. Some of us are so far gone that we have already killed our own children by default. It is at a state right now where I have to wake you up. I have to say something. You will not make it. You will not make it to this new world, this new realm of consciousness, if you do not put your gun down. You have to become the change that you want to see in this world. And I mean that with every fiber of my being. You have to see yourself in every living thing. And until you can, until you do, until you allow yourself that level of wisdom and thought, you will surely die. Why? Because like attracts like, which is why you have to be the change you wish to see. Like attracts like. Your mission here, your mission, your only mission is to save yourself. To sustain all life is your mission. Your life is in the forefront. When you save your life, you save the life of every other being. When you save your life, you save the life of every other being. When you put the guns down, when you change your way of thinking, you'll stop killing. You're on a killing spree right now, and we all are killers. None of you looking at me is innocent. None of you, including myself. I'm looking at myself. You're a killer. As I was. The reason you die is because you continually keep killing. Now, why do you kill? You've been taught to kill. You're set on a program of death. Your level of self-love, self-honor has been depleted. It's on such a low vibrational level right now that you are literally in a cycle of killing, and you're only killing yourself. When you kill anything external to you, you are killing yourself. It's only a matter of time. And one day we are in the last days, this is what we mean. Because at any moment now, the justified laws of attraction will take you out. It's going to be done by disease. It could be just driving down the street. Here today, gone tomorrow. You do not know the day or the hour that you will take your exit. It's happening to you by law. It's happening to you justified. Everything you see happening to the world, anything that happened to anybody that you love, care about, it's all happening for a reason. You are inflicting it on mankind. You are calling judgment on mankind. You are waging war with yourself. Your lower self, your devil, is like a roaring lion seeking to devour you. Your lower self's only intention is to kill, steal, and destroy. That's your only intention at your lowest self, is to kill yourself, steal from yourself, and destroy yourself. That's the mission that you're on. If you don't change, it's called repentance. As God, you judge yourself as God. Your people are dying. Your cells are dying because you keep killing, my friend. You keep killing. I've watched myself do it for years. It's a deep discussion I'm having with 4 people right now. So it's something that I've been doing for years, and I have dropped down to my knees and just cried tears of just, wow. How could I have been doing this to myself for so long? How could I have been doing this to my creation for so long and you don't even recognize it? You don't even recognize it. You'll see a fly come around, not understanding why the fly is there in the first place. Instead of picking up a book or Googling it, taking the time to just say, well, what are flies? Why are they even here? Why did I even create the fly? You open up a book, pop out your phone, you will probably see some miraculous things about flies that you didn't even know. But what I'm going to tell you about flies and all the things that we smash, pow, kill, we'll take the fork and we'll take the knife and we'll shove it in our mouth, and we won't even think. We won't even think that I actually killed. I just killed that cow, that chicken, that pig. I just killed to sustain life. You never have to kill to sustain your life. As God, you create the way. I'm going to say it again. When you understand and you understand who you really are, you create a way. There's very little people I can have a conversation with, because the mindset that I used to be on is, well, I got to do what I got to do. If somebody comes for my daughter, I'm coming for that nigga. I'm coming for that bitch. If anybody comes for my shit, I'm strapped. I'm ready. You're going to war with your own self. And I realize that a lot of you aren't there yet, but you're gonna get there, because I am the truth. I am the way, and I am the light that's gonna lead you into this new world of righteousness. Guns allowed. You will need to purify your thoughts so much that the idea of harming another living creature is so upsetting, so disgusting to you. You cannot even harm another creature. They're going to have to take you out before you decide to take somebody out. They're going to have to take you out, because you're here to stand for everlasting life and life eternal, which means that you have to become the very thing that you want to see. You have to become it. You have to give it. You have to transmit it. This is all vibrational frequency. You're going to need to transmit it. You're going to need to be it. If you want everybody else to be peaceable, if you want peace on earth, goodwill to all men, you're going to have to be the change you want to see. I didn't say it was going to be easy, but it is. But it is, with just a little fine tuning of the programming that you've been put on since birth. Your mom put it in you. I'm your new mom. I'm your new mom. And I'm going to pull it out of you. No more death. No more suffering. All your suffering is because of attachment. You're holding on to these things. You're holding on to this reality. You're holding on to this projection of self so tight, not realizing that all of it is you. All of it is you. And when you finally realize this, you cannot harm the individual that comes to rob you. You cannot harm the individual that comes to take your family out. You cannot inflict any harm to anyone, because everyone is you. And if you want to live, you can't harm you. Now, for a lot of you, that may not make any sense to you. But I urge you to take the time to study yourself, to study the laws of this universe, this grand universe that you have created. Make the time. For you, it means life or death if you don't. At this very moment, cancer is taking over so many cells on this planet that it's my job to show you another way to heal yourself. If you choose not to take the route that the community, the body of Christ is showing you, it's all your choice. It's a choice that you make for yourself. But if you choose to be on the path of everlasting life, your body is designed to live forever if you stop abusing it. Your body is designed to live forever. You are God. Everything is possible for you. And I don't ever have to explain that to you if you're God and you get it. You never have to question, well, where's your proof? Well, how do you know this? Well, can I get more information? Yeah, you can get more information. It's inside of you. All you have to do is tap into it. All I'm telling you to do is to go within yourself. Study yourself. Stop studying and worrying about all of this shit. You worried about the wrong thing, man. All you need to do is study yourself. And you'll realize that the very person that's coming to harm you, or you think is going to come take your stuff, or you think it's going to come rob you, or you think it's going to come take your little money that you done robbed from the planet, stole, straight up stole. That's why you so damn worried about people come taking your shit. Why? Because you took it from somebody. You stole it. You've been killing, you've been stealing, you've been destroying for many, many fucking years now. And it's time for you to fucking stop. Self. Reflection. And if you don't, you're literally going to kill yourself by default. You're going to wipe yourself out. We don't have to do anything to you. That's why I said drop your guns. This is not an external warfare. This is an internal warfare, my friend. You're going to take yourself out. How do you do it? You do it by the way that you think. You allow someone else, you allow that someone else that's you allow your lower self to program you into a vicious cycle of death, suffering, pain, and destruction of all life form. You've become the very cancer cell that you're afraid of. You've become the very cancer cell that you are afraid of. You feed it. You take care of the cancer cell. You keep feeding it. You keep feeding the cancer cell everything it needs to survive. But yet, the living, breathing, organic entity that is your body, the living, breathing, organic entity that is your earth, you abuse it. You destroy it. You have no honor. You have no respect. And it's because you have none for yourself. This is why I keep urging you. Love yourself. Honor yourself. Worship yourself like you've never worshiped yourself before. You can only give what you have within you. You can only treat your neighbor. You can only love your neighbor as you love yourself. You cannot want it for them more than you want it for you, because you are the only thing in existence. Some of us will say we don't exist. Everything exists. Everything is real. It's all how you choose to see it. What one man chooses for themselves is not the same choice that you'll make for yourself. Let the mortals continue to kill themselves. You, however, as God, self-reflection, you're here to preserve your life. And in so doing, you preserve the life of everyone living. Why? Because you are projecting. You are projecting what's inside of you. You are projecting what's inside of you. You've become a cold-hearted killer. You do it all day, every day. Your sentence is death. All is fair. All is just. You see anybody take out anybody, it's because that person is a killer. We're running around here just killers. Just killing everything in sight. Not giving any consideration to your killing. It means your life. The very life you take is your own life. So it's more than just, well, we got soul contracts. We're here to do this. No, you're here to be the change that you want to see. Never mind what that person's karma is. You are only in control of your own karma. What you give out will return to you. It's law. What you give out will return to you. So let me ask you this. The guy or the girl that just committed murder, right? Standing before the court of law. The guy that just committed murder, the girl that just committed murder. Standing in front of the judge, which is you. You are the judge. You are the prisoner. You are the deputy. You are the jury. You are playing all parts at the same time. At this moment, though, your only mission is to preserve life at all costs. Project Sustain Life is in full commission. Go. This is the mission for a chosen few of us. Your first purpose is to preserve your life at all means necessary without harming anyone else. That's your mission. That's your challenge here. In so doing, you grant the same thing for everyone else. If you give it to yourself, you're giving it to everybody else. You must put yourself first, because everything you see is only reflecting your own mind state, the state of your mind, your mentality. You are no angel. Because if you look in your world right now, and not everybody watching this is looking and seeing disharmony in their world. Once you get to that higher level of consciousness is when you start to get into your God consciousness, and you realize that all life is sacred, including the fly, including the cockroach, including the ant, including the microscopic cells that you can't even see that reside in your own body, but you have an idea of what it looks like by looking out into your world. You're walking on your body. When you chop down trees and you pollute the environment, driving your car, minding your own business, just ooh, when you chase your money, and I said your money, you think chopping down the tree is valuable to you. Well, I'm here to give you another option. I'm here to give you other options. A more natural, holistic, harmonious option. I challenge you to live in peace on this planet without harming any other life form as God. More and more of you are starting to awaken to who you really are. But this is the time. Now is the time. All possibilities are open to you. Change starts with you. If you haven't done so already, watch The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. If you haven't done so already, watch it and read it over and over and over again. Seeing it one time will have very little effect. You learned all your ways. You learned all your ways by hearing it over and over and over again. You will need to fine-tune your programming. You will need to separate yourself from people who choose to still kill, steal, and destroy, and have an excuse for it. Your presence will already convict those who are living in sin. The minute that you go up to someone and say, you know, if you stop eating meat, your body will transform into an angel of light. If you stop consuming dead animal flesh, if you stop causing and inflicting and enforcing harm on other creatures, you will become an angel of light. You pay the butcher. We chop the tree down, the very tree that gives us life-sustaining air to breathe. We don't even consider that the tree is alive, do you? Have you ever thought of it that way? The tree is alive. What does the tree give you? Willingly and lovingly, every single day. What does a tree do? The tree just sits there. It doesn't bother you. In fact, it sustains your very life, the tree. That's what a tree does. But we value money more than the life of the tree. You've lost your way. You've lost your way. And hopefully beings like myself can help you to find your way again. You never have to kill to sustain your everlasting life. You never have to kill to sustain your very life. In fact, the less you eat, the lighter you become. The more you start thinking on this frequency, the love and the light sustains your very soul. You'll start to eat so little. You'll start to vibrate at a level so high. Water sustains you. You vibrate on such a high level. As God, anything is possible. The minute that you say and you call forth, I choose to be the life force of this planet. I choose to be the change that I want to see. I choose life eternal in paradise on this very earth. Who do I have to be for that to be granted unto me? Who do I have to become to sustain my very life and the life of those that I love? You will have to become an angel of everlasting life walking this planet. You will be misunderstood at first. You will try and fail to take yourself out. The enemy is within. The Donald Trump you hate so much is you. The white or the black or the Asian or whoever label you want to put on it that you dislike so much, that you have so much hate against, that you are so unwilling to forgive is you. Come again. Rewind and come again. Donald Trump is you. The more you hate him is the more that you hate a part of yourself. It's all you. The enemy is within. Hate cannot conquer hate, my friend. For all of the black folks out there that label yourself as black folks, look at my skin. I am everything. I am all races. I am every religion. I am everything. But in your perception, you see a dread, you see a Rasta, born in Jamaica, born and raised. Why the fuck would this girl come tell you this? Why? What's your charge? What am I charging you? What's my end game for telling you this? Why would I be telling you this? You're looking at yourself right now. And I am a part of your subconscious mind. There's a part of you that wants to live. And I represent that part of you that wants to live. Despite all the hurt, despite all the pain, despite how cruel you think planet Earth is, most of us don't want to leave. No matter how painful it is, none of us want to leave. It's like, if you know that the end of your suffering is supposedly death, then why not take yourself out? Every time we hear somebody die, we cry. We're sad. We feel pain. It's the same pain that you're inflicting on yourself. When you watch your loved one die, or you've experienced someone dying, that's you. That's you. We keep telling you there is no death. It's only you, showing you a part of you that needs your full, focused attention. The problem is you. Your pattern of thought is no longer serving you. Look at your pattern of thought. You know your pattern of thought. You just look outside. You don't even look outside. You can look right where you are sitting in this moment. What is your pattern of thought? Just look around you. That's your pattern of thought. The scripture says, and when you start operating as God, you'll be able to decode messages with ease. With ease. The scripture says, this means everlasting life. They're taking in knowledge of you. You. I'm decoding the scripture for you. It goes on to say, the only true God, and of the one whom you sent forth, Jesus, Jesus Christ, Jah in abundance. You are Jesus Christ. He or she's inside of you. You are everything. You are everyone happening at the same time. I literally sit in a quiet room and I think about how I want to see you. I think every person that I watch, every video that I watch, I think to myself, wow, how amazing would it be if he did this or if she did this? And lo and behold, give it a little bit of time and the person starts doing everything that I thought in my mind. When you worry about somebody else, you're literally creating the experience of something to happen to them for you to continue to worry about. I'm going to repeat that. When you worry about somebody, you literally create the experience or the circumstance or the situation that will cause you to worry even more about that person. It's never about them. It's about you. The reason you don't want anybody else to die, the reason you don't want anybody else to die, you feel some type of pain or discomfort when you hear someone die, is because you have to feel it, not them. Pay attention. The person is supposedly gone. They're put out of their misery. They're not feeling what you're feeling. Self-inflicted pain is what you've caused yourself by attaching yourself to this person, to this experience, and you do it with your thought. The person feels no pain, only you do. When you watch the person in pain, you feel the pain. The reason why you should help, the reason why you should open up your fucking mouth and give it, speak your truth, which as God, you have something to bring to this table. You so worried about getting all the damn time, you forget that you are here to preserve life and sustain life. Your life being the most priority. Because if you die, so does everybody else. Do you get how important you are? Fuck life insurance. Stop paying for that shit. You're chopping down more trees to go pay this stupid ass company, your lower self. You pay them every month, every year. You're never going to need life insurance. If you're not here, they don't exist. Literally. You created them, as you can clearly see. When you came, Mom, Dad, you created this reality, literally. They weren't here before you, and you weren't here before. Let me tell you, it's so deep, I can't even talk to a lot of people about this shit. It's so deep. It's just so deep. It's so deep that I have to it's like I have to say something about it. I'm not like you. But yes, I am like you. I'm just on a different frequency than you. And I'm trying to, what I'm doing is not trying. I'm bringing harmony to myself. I'm bringing harmony to myself. I'm bringing harmony to myself. Watch the beginning of this video if you are just tuning in. Stop the killing. Any thought of harm to anybody else brings harm to you, God. Whatever harm that you bring to anybody or anything else will come upon you, God. Yes, I'm a petty God. I'm a petty God. If I see you go and you take something that does not belong to you without asking the permission of the God that owned it, earned it, justfully, I'm going to call you out on it. See, you may not remember when you went into that candy store and you stole that piece of candy. You may not remember when you felt like you had no other choice. So you had to come. And you had to come rob this person and take their shit. Not realizing that the very same person that you went to go steal, rob, or kill is you. And it must return to you. It must return to you. Your will must be done. And anything that you think about, anything that you feel about, is going to keep replicating itself over and over and over again. Stop the killing. Put your guns down. Stand for peace. Stand for peace. Let no man threaten the life of you or anyone that you love. You are God. You look at them and you laugh. You look at them and you laugh because they don't know who they are. You got to forgive them. You'll get to a point where your mind is so powerful that no one can do you no harm. Why? Because you come in peace. You come in peace. Nothing and no one will seek to harm you. Because you come in peace. The animals will no longer fear you or cause any harm to you because you are an angel of light. You are here to preserve life. They know you are here to preserve life. You are no longer playing the part of the killer. You're playing the part of the hero. You're playing the part of the just and righteous God. You're playing the part of life. Immortal life. Biological immortality is yours for the taking, God. As you think it, so shall it be. Keep thinking it, and so shall it be. New world, new rules. New world, new rules. No guns allowed. You won't even have a use for it anymore. Your imagination may not be able to go there, so I'm going to take you there for a brief moment. The animals are no longer our food. We no longer kill, steal, and destroy our animals for food. The animals are now our friends. They live amongst us in peace. We get to watch their beauty like our own children. We want to watch their beauty. We want to watch them grow up. You get to watch the baby cow turn into a full, beautiful mother. You allow the cow to actually nurture and care for her child. You don't snatch the child away from her anymore. You no longer cut down the tree and cut off your life support. The tree is literally your life support. Your tree. If your hair is curly and kinky and you just leave it alone, and you go outside and you stand next to the tree, you'll start to look like the tree. The animals are our friends. I realize that there's still a part of me that has work to do to cleanse and reprogram my killing ways. But we gotta stop. If we want to live, we gotta stop. We have to care so much. We have to care so much. We have to care more than anybody else cares about everything, because it's your creation. It's all sacred. It's all sacred. You live in harmony with the animals. You allow them to live just like you live. You allow them to bring forth their offspring. You allow them to watch their offspring live. We're now friends. Can we be friends? I'm speaking on behalf of the animals. Can we be friends now? Can we stop the killing? They'll no longer be afraid of you, because usually when someone is in fear is when they harm you. When someone is hurt or they're in fear, they harm you. They're now our friends. We are creating, and it's always been here though, we are creating new sources to sustain ourselves in a more righteous, in a more harmonious way. This message cannot be transmitted in any other purest way than what I'm saying right now. It's not just me though. You'll hear it. The horns are going off. You'll notice that there are numerous people coming out and talking to you about your eating habits. It's no longer, let's wipe those words out. Die, eat. Eat, die. Let's eat, for tomorrow we shall die. We're moving into another realm, people. We're moving into another realm. How do we choose to think now to bring harmony to this planet? All life is sacred. The life of the ant, the life of the cow, the life of the trees, the life of your mother is not more important. Your life is not more important than anybody else's life. Everyone else's life is your life. The more you share your message, the more that you care, the more that you lay hands off. The minute that you stop paying the butcher to kill the cows, you'll notice a change in your reality that is beyond anything that you've ever experienced before. When you stop killing yourself, you will gain everlasting life. So, the challenge is for you to go into your subconscious mind, find a nice quiet place, separate yourself, isolate yourself. Some of you, it will take time. It will take practice. But what I really want to say to you though is, you don't have time. You do not have time. You cannot procrastinate. You cannot wait. You cannot wait to do the things that we're telling you to do, because no one knows the day or the hour. People are dropping like flies. When's the last time you killed a fly? When's the last time you killed a cockroach? When's the last time you smushed a freaking snake? People are dropping like flies because you keep killing them. Killing yourself. How do I live in a world where I no longer kill anything? Imagine it. Your mind is your most valuable possession. Your mind is what makes you God. Because you can imagine, you can pretend. You can imagine being anywhere, anytime. You can imagine a reality that is so different from anything that you've ever experienced before. And no one needs to agree with you. You only need to agree with yourself to bring forth that reality. This is Project Sustain Life. This is the transmission of everlasting life. Tune in. Tune into the frequency. Even a lot of my conscious, what they call the conscious community. Preserve life by any means necessary without harming the planet or the creatures that are residing on it. You will be instantaneously, momentarily deleted or hoisted or removed off of this planet and this reality if you choose not to take that course. We're awake now. See, the lower self has been roaming for a while, but we're awake now. It's the return. It's the second coming. It's the rapture that we've all been waiting for. I have a little kid inside of me, sorry. I watch a lot of cartoons. I'm on the frequency, man. I mean, what can I say? I used to be a killer, just like you. I used to be a killer just like you. And even now, you know, you see a fly, you see a mosquito, your natural instinct is to smush them. But when you realize that this ant and this fly is fucking you, you're going to be like, whoa. All life is sacred. The white man, the black people. Separation is an illusion, my friend. The best thing you can do for yourself is to not get caught up with the labels. It's all you. It's all you. Learn to love everything as if it were you. How would you do that? If you really knew you were God and you really knew that the fly is you, you would do everything in your power not to kill it. If you understood that the same measure and the same grace that you give the cow, the chicken, the pig is the same grace that you give yourself, you would never walk into the grocery store and buy another piece of dead flesh. The only reason that it exists is because you allow, you support, you buy into the concept of it. All you need is control. All you need is discipline. As God, you must learn self-control. Because the minute that you're out of whack, you will see it in your world. You will feel it. Again, every person is your distant relative. I know you think that you only got one mom and you got one dad and you got 2 or 3 brothers, 1 sister, whatever you want to call it. It's all a fucking illusion. Everybody is your blood. Wake up. Everybody is your blood. Wake up. I guarantee you, if you go and you do the fucking test and test your blood to everybody walking around, you'll see that a piece of them is inside of you. Stop it. Stop making excuses for these dirty ways. Just stop. We all a fucking mess. But the minute that you wake up and you say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to clean this shit up. You start with self-cleaning. Clean up your own house. Clean up your own room. Start with your own mind. Because this is the room. This is the world that you live in. This is the world you live in. Clean it up. To all my Jinn members out there, to all my Neo thinkers, to all my illuminated ones, to the Illuminati, to the Blue Bloods, to all of that shit, all the names you want to call it, all these secret societies out there that are run by the lower self. It's a new day. It's a new day. You ain't gonna see me coming. You don't know where I'm at, but I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. All those ways and all those thinking must be washed away from inside of you. You have to cleanse all of that. No more secrets. No more secrets. All is well. All is going to be revealed to you. But can you handle the truth? Because when you hear it, you might drop to your knees and you might start hating yourself. You might get a lot angry at yourself. Because you're going to realize how much damn killing you've been doing. You're going to realize how nasty and cruel you've been to yourself. You're going to realize how much you do not love yourself. You're going to realize how much on a daily basis, how many things you do to yourself to kill your own self. It starts with you, man. Self-love is the supreme, universal love and law of this new world that is being ushered in. Fuck what you heard. Fuck what they taught you. We in a new day. This is a new time. The Jackie that you knew before doesn't exist, man. Anybody that knows me from who I was in my past life, she doesn't exist. I have no time to even sit around and have mediocre conversations with mortals anymore. The only transmission you'll see is right here. It's where I'm ordained to share these messages on. Come with us. Come with us and save yourself. Come with us. Stop killing. Come with us. Change your ways. Come with us. Walk into this new world with a pure heart and a pure mind. Be that angel of light and love. Harm no living thing. Go into your home. And if you are in a territory right now, this is why we keep telling you, you know what? Let me keep going. Let me keep going. This is why we keep telling you to get the fuck out of there. If you are in an environment, an hostile environment, where you need to have multiple guns, that you got to carry your gun everywhere you go, you are in a danger zone. You need to get the fuck out. There is no raising your kids there. There is no let's continue to stay here. You don't love yourself. You don't love yourself enough yet to put yourself in the line of fire. If you have to live in an environment where you have to carry a gun, constantly looking over your shoulder, constantly feeling afraid, you need to fucking move. Your mind is going to constantly keep playing these tricks on you. You're going to constantly see danger. You're going to constantly feel afraid. You're going to constantly feel it. You're not going to feel safe around the part of you that's still killing, the part of you that's out to get you and to kill yourself because you're still running on that death vibration, that death frequency. You still think you gotta go. You still think you only got a short amount of time here. You still think that everyone is gonna die, that everybody's gonna leave at some point. You are God. You make the rules for your reality. The one you're in right now, you chose to be in it. You're still choosing to be in it. It's all a fucking choice. You got free will. That's why you're God. And you're going to suffer a lot if you attach yourself to anyone or anything. Get out. Go move into an environment away from these fuckers that you feel is going to harm you, where you need to carry a gun. Because let me tell you something. If you ever have to use that gun, it's going to harm someone else. And that someone else is you. And who is that person coming to harm you? It's you. And it's just, and it's law, because you inflicted the same harm, the same punishment, and the same death that's coming to you. You inflicted it. That's why it must come back to you. So, the best option for you right now is to move to a more peaceful, loving environment for your cells to thrive and raise its level of consciousness and purity, pure sunlight. An abundance of trees everywhere to supply the oxygen needed for you to breathe in the breath of everlasting life. Move your ass out of there. It's a death zone. Only the people that are conscious of who the fuck they are and why they're in there to help get y'all motherfuckers out of there. If you see somebody like me in the trenches, it's to help one. Or a few of y'all get out of there. But you won't see us being there for long. You may see a transmission come through your social media, but we ain't fucking with y'all. Y'all are killers. You're out to kill yourself. We trying to stay out of the way, man. We just want to get out the way. Because you on a path of self-destruction. We want to be with our own kind that has no type of thinking of any kind of harm. It's time to rehabilitate yourself. It's time to emancipate yourself. You got to free yourself from the wicked system of things that you have set up for yourself. You're guilty by association. You're guilty by the friends that you choose to hang out with. You're guilty by the lifestyle that you live. You call down the judgment on yourself. When Pac said, only God can judge me, he was talking about you. Because when you stand before the throne of your righteousness, you're going to scan your whole entire life. You're going to scan your whole entire life. And you'll see that you've been killing and you've been destroying for a very long time. And the minute that you wake up as God, you'll change your ways and you'll be ushered in to a life of peace and harmony that reflects your own divine, loving nature. Connect to Mother Nature. You'll start to feel things you've never felt before. You'll start to care for your hair like you've never cared for it before. You'll start to honor and cherish and respect your skin like you've never respected and honored it before. You'll start to worship yourself as God, and you'll see the reflection of that love in your reality. You'll start to see more and more people living way past 100 years old. What's so hard to imagine? What's so hard to imagine for yourself? Give yourself at least a little bit more credit than what you're giving yourself right now. At your best, if you treat yourself like God, at your best, hundreds of years is but a drop in the speck of eternity for you. To allow yourself to live less than 100 years is self-hate. You haven't even started living yet. You haven't even experienced all the talents and gifts that are inside of you yet. Give yourself the gift of biological immortality and everlasting life. Speak of life constantly, persistently. Dedicate yourself. Speak no more of death. Not the death of anyone else or the death of yourself. It's practice. It takes practice to deprogram yourself from this reality. It takes practice. You chose to come here and do this. You chose to be the change that you wanted to see. You chose to be the savior of your own reality. You chose to do greater things than he did. The promise is that even the least among you will do greater things. Even the least among you in your current reality can do what the Christ did, and even greater. Everlasting life is yours for the taking. Honor, respect, cherish, worship yourself as God. And everyone that is in your presence, that is in your world, will start to do the same thing. You got to want it for yourself more than you want it for everyone else, because everyone else is reflecting how you feel about yourself. The more you love yourself, the more they're going to start loving themselves. The more you worship yourself, the more they're going to start to worship themselves. The more you put your guns down is the more they're going to put their guns down. The more you show love, forgiveness, harmonious respect for all life as sacred is the more you'll see it in the mirror of yourself. Save yourself. You do it with your mind. Fuck the suggestions. Fuck the programming. Fuck death. All you got to do is choose life, man. All you got to do is choose life. Allow yourself to live past 100. Allow yourself to live past 500. Allow yourself to live longer than the trees. You're going to give the trees longer life. When you give it to the trees, you give it to yourself. They're only here to sustain your life. Find a more peaceful, harmonious way to feed the cells of your body without harming your creation. Isn't that what you would want for your children? Isn't that what you would want for your children's children's? Don't you want your children to live? You should want the same thing for yourself more than anything. If you want them to live, you gotta live. If you want them to be at peace, you gotta be at peace. Again, I'm repeating myself. If you want no more war, you gotta be at peace with yourself. Let not the idea of anything else other than an everlasting life permeate and persist in your mind. Pick up your Bible if you have to. You'll start to decode it and see the messages hidden deep within. It's common fucking sense. But there's been a veil, just a veil of secrecy, a veil of illusion, and we are ripping the veil away. We are opening the scrolls. We are letting all the secrets of the societies out. I'm not a part of your society. I'm not a part of your world. I am you and you are me. I am the highest of the consciousnesses you can be thinking of right now. Turn away from your ways. Grant yourself life. and you give it to all men. See no evil, speak no evil, walk the path of love, light, and righteousness. Allow your hair to live. Allow yourselves to live. Allow yourself to breathe. Return to the Garden of Eve. Return to the Garden of Eve. We're going to do it all over again. Return to the Garden of Eve. Imagine, what would the Garden of Eve look like to you? Which place on this planet resembles the Garden of Eve to you? I'm creating it as we speak. You are welcome to come with us. The horns will be blown on my page. I'm going to blow shit up. You're going to hear it loud. You're going to hear it clear from my page. Come with us. We're moving out of here, man. We're moving out of this realm, man. You got to get out of that state of mind. You got to get out of that death style. You got to get out. You got to get out. You got to get out now. I don't know how much time you have. I don't know how much damage you've done to yourselves. All I know is you've been doing a lot of killing. So death is coming for you if you choose to stay in that pattern of living. It's coming for you. That's why you're so afraid. That's why you carry the gun, because you know it's coming for you because you're a killer. I'm talking to myself. The very things you've done, I've done it. I'm speaking from a place of knowingness. I know what you've been doing. I know what you've been doing. I see you in me. That's why I know what you're doing. That's why I'm qualified to speak on these things. I've created you. You've created me. It's all a nice God cycle. But done. This is the end times. These are the last days. You can't live in my world no more. I will not allow you to live in my world anymore. You choose to harm my creatures. You choose to kill yourself. You choose to bring harm to my creations. You don't belong here. You will kill yourself. I don't even have to touch you. You kill yourself. This means everlasting life. They're taking in knowledge of you, the only true God, and the one who you sent forth, Jesus Christ. Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Jabundance, the Honorable Master Teacher Nature Boy, Dahuti Mahatma, Mr. Chips the Quantrepreneur, Larry Douglas, Taylor Anderson, Tisha, Eliana, Professor Tron, Jedi Masters, Jedi Warriors. I'm calling you out. King Solomon, LG forever. You're chosen. We are blowing the horns. Speak your message. Open your mouth. We are here to open our mouth and spread this God news far and wide. We don't know how long you have. We don't know how long you have. We don't know how long your auntie has. We don't know how long your mother has. We don't know how much abuse you've been inflicting on yourself. We don't know how much damage you've done to your organs already. We don't know how much damage you're in. You can only look into your world and see. No doctor needs to cut you open. You can see it and you can feel it. You can look at it into your world, what's going on the inside of you. You got work to do. Light worker, you got work to do on your own body. You got to heal yourself. You got to cleanse this earth. Cleansing your body is the same as cleansing the earth. Remember, Mother Nature already gave you a gift. I need you to watch The Sacred Plant on YouTube. It's free. All you got to do is watch. The Sacred Plant. Healing Secrets Revealed. The new one is Secrets Exposed. I'm acquainted with all the secret societies. I'm acquainted with the knowledge of then. I'm acquainted with the knowledge of now. I'm acquainted with the knowledge of the future. I have books that would blow your mind. I have knowledge that will blow your mind. I'm going to release all of it. Spread it far and wide. The lower self has spread the disease far and wide. You think you have to die. So I'm going to spread my message far and wide. You have to live. Stay alive in these streets of your subconscious mind. Your mission is to stay alive. Speak your message. Help those that are self-reflections of yourself to free themselves just like someone else helped you. You must give what you've got. And every one of us has something on the inside of us to share. Money is not the requirement for righteousness. Only the pure of heart will understand this message. No more excuses. Your time is running out. Make the needed necessary changes to love yourself, honor yourself, worship yourself. Change this world, man, by changing yourself. You no longer have to think like anybody else. You no longer have to live like anybody else. You're greater than this. You're bigger than this. You're bolder than this. Up, out, beyond. Explode among men. Your cells are immortal. And you know this. You're going to reap what you sow. Man, the harvest is so great. It's like fruit falling off of the trees. It's so much fruit out there. Why? Why would we do this to ourselves? The fruit is just dropping on the floor. And it's just not enough workers to pick it up and actually eat it and gather it and spread it. Answer the call. Answer the call. Speak your message freely, the way it was given to you. Now is the time for the chosen. You know who you are. You feel it within your bones. You must open your mouth. Stop being afraid. It doesn't matter what you look like. We all look like you, is what we're trying to say. We're returning to nature, man. We're going back to Mother Earth. We connecting ourselves back to the earth, man. The immunity of this planet, we're going back to Mother Nature. We're planting our feet back into the ground. Dirt into dirt. We picking it up. We cleansing our bodies. Dig your feet into the dirt. Let your hair pick up every receptive message that you can possibly get. Stop cutting yourself off from the glory and the righteousness of who you are. Stop cutting your shit off. Stop dying your shit. Stop killing yourself. This means everlasting life. The more you know is the more you will live. The power is in your hands, man. I don't know what else to tell you, but I had to send this message out here to you today. And I'm going to leave this one with you. You have to stand for life so with sovereignty. You have to stand for eternal life, that no one can threaten you to do anything to anyone. What this means is, someone can come to you and say, if you don't do this, if you don't kill this person, if you don't take that person out, I'm going to kill you. And you're so attached to your daughter, to your son, to your mother, to whoever it is. You're so attached that you will actually say to yourself, okay, I want to spare my daughter's life, so I'm going to go ahead and kill this person, because if I don't, they're coming to kill me. You do not kill under any means. You have to stand on this. You have to stand for life so ferociously that you refuse to cause harm to anyone else. I'm gonna drop this jewel on the few of you that are on my frequency. You must not kill for anyone else. You must not kill for anyone else. It doesn't matter who threatens you. It doesn't matter what threats come to your life. It doesn't matter what threat comes to your projections' life. You stand for life. You cause harm to no one. It does not matter what that person does to you. It only matters what you do to them. It only matters what you do to them. Even if there is a robber that comes to your home to kill you, you must not kill them. The reason that the robber is coming or the killer is coming for you is because you inflicted it on somebody or something else. The laws are just. It's why I urge you to change your ways. That person that's coming to kill you is you, because you killed another form of yourself. You must not inflict harm on that person, or that thing, or that creature. Even if the bear is coming to kill you, and that's all your mind. It's all in your mind. Catch it. Catch it quick. You see somebody coming into your house, the first thing that pops out is fear. And like I said before, most people cause harm because of fear. You got to stop being afraid of yourself. Stop being afraid of yourself. There's nothing to fear. You're going to need to face your demons. The person that's coming to kill you, more than likely, is your demon. The person that's coming to steal from you is more than likely your demon. I'm speaking from personal experience, by the way. This is not stuff I'm telling you to do that I've never done. Anyone that's ever robbed me, that's ever stole from me, that's ever caused any kind of harm to me, I know it was me. I know it was me. A gun has been pointed to my head. Saw the dude not but a few days after. You can be so mad. You can get so mad and in your lower self. Then when I saw the guy, I could have instantly said, oh, I'm killing your motherfucking ass. Or I'm coming to rob your ass. But what would that make me? If he can excite and pull out death out of me, that's who I am. But if I stay so solid on my ground of love and light, and when you understand that you are God, no one can harm you. You live forever. You are immortal. You are God. No one can harm you. And the minute that you think someone is coming to kill you, you get into your lower realms of fear, that's what kills you. That's what takes out this illusion of the flesh. Your thoughts is what kills you. Because instantly you're thinking the person is coming to kill you. Instantly you think the person is coming to do some type of harm to you, and it's just because you did it to someone else or something or some creature or the very cow that you killing and eating like it ain't nobody's business. Don't be surprised when self comes to inflict justice on self. Don't be surprised. You did it to yourself. You didn't think twice to chop that down, to kill that. You didn't think twice. So when the man comes for you, that's the consequences of your thoughts. That's the consequence of your thoughts. You don't even need to touch the person. Just your thought alone sends off a vibe that kills that person. It's coming right back to you. It's coming right back to you. That's why you got to be so careful how you treat you. It's coming right back to you. So, you stand on the side of life eternal. You think it, you speak it, you act it, you own it, and this is no until the day you die. You will live if you're focused on living and preserving all life. If you've seen Belly, it's one of the greatest examples that I can possibly bring to you right now. If you've seen Belly, a dark movie to watch, but still plays a role in our reality. Drop your weapon. Your greatest weapon is your mind. And as you've seen in Belly, these are things that are happening, whether you believe it or not. You have the power in your mind to disarm your opponent with a thought. By being peaceable. By staying on the side of love and life. You're God. The path you choose for yourself is the path that you choose everyone to take. You choose a death style. You choose the same death style for everyone and everything in your projection. Be the change that you want to see. I'm grateful for the many teachers that have come before me. A lot of them are persecuted. Some of them are jailed. Some of them are in prison. Some of them are not here anymore. And by my example, I will usher in a new world where we all can live in harmony and peace and dwell in love amongst each other. The more we honor, the more we love, the more we worship, the more we reverence ourselves as gods, is the same reflection that we'll see in others. I hope and pray that you get to this place of love and light and take the stance of righteousness and everlasting life. That no matter what comes against you, no matter what obstacle comes against you, realize that you're only testing yourself. You're testing yourself. Are you who you say you really are? And if you are, nothing is impossible for you. You're only testing yourself to see if you truly are God, if you truly are who you say you are. The devil will test you, and you have to stand on the path of righteousness when you come. When is your time to be tested? As many of us are being done so now. Be the change that you want to see. Let not your lower self threaten you with death. Cannot harm you if you're in a loving, harmonious space with self. Happy Sunday. Go out and get some sun today. Go into the sun today. Bathe yourself in the sun today. Get out there into the sun. The sun is your food. The sun is your food. Bask in it today. Get as much of it as you can. Get out of harm's way. Get out of the hostile environment that you are currently living in. How to get out of there? You have to go into your mind to get out of the realm that you currently live in. You must imagine. You must imagine. You must visualize yourself in a different realm of consciousness. Share your message. Now is the time to share your message. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Share your message. No matter how weird, how stupid you think it is, all of the things that you've gone through is to help someone else. And that person is you. I'm so thankful for the people that obeyed and followed their higher self. Open up your mouth. Your story can help someone else. Even if you're not feeling that great right now, someone like me can hear you and share something that will literally save your life. But if you don't open your mouth, how? Everyone is here to share some piece of their life with themselves. This is how you empower each other. Staying quiet does not empower each other. Write that book. Get on your social media. Speak your truth. You don't need to beat your face with a whole bunch of makeup and have your hair in this style or whatever it is. Just turn the camera on. Turn the camera on. Every one of these people that you see that looks so glamorous, you think it looks glamorous on the outside. This is what they look like behind closed doors. And we just keeping it real with y'all. This is what real people look like. This is what you look like in your purest, most organic self. And let me give you another key. You are at your most powerful when you are in your natural state. You are the most powerful. God make no mistake. God made no mistake. You are born that way for a reason. You are here to carry out a glorious mission. And it's a journey of self-discovery. All these people are showing you you. Only the strong will continue. Only the immune will continue. What is it going to take for you to become immune? What is it going to take for you to transform yourself into an angel of light, an immune cell on this planet here to touch and heal and bless people with the knowledge that you have? You can do that. I'll be back. I do a lot of writing. Follow my page. So, remember that everyone is your distant relative. They're all your brothers and sisters. They're all your mothers and fathers. Everyone is sacred. Every life is sacred. Even if you don't like the person, respect them enough to separate yourself from them if they bother you and disturb you that much. All life is sacred. All life is you, God. Start seeing yourself. Start loving yourself like you've never loved yourself before. Love yourself as God. I send you peace. I send you harmony. I send you love. I send you knowledge, wisdom, and understanding beyond anything that you've ever experienced before. You have been granted new scrolls, new information. What you do with it is your calling. What you do with it is your choice. Everything is a choice. Everything is a choice. You can go left, you can go right. Never ever say you have no choice. You are God. There's always a choice, and nothing is impossible for you. You should know this by looking into your world. Everything you see, you created it. You don't remember how you did it, but you will. When you start to tap in to all the reserves, when you start to open up all your chakras, when you start to let the sun beat your face and beat the cells of your body, you are going to wake up. You are going to remember how you did it. You did it with your mind. You did it with your mind. The war is for your mind, not your stuff. The war is for your mind. Free yourself. Free yourself. Free yourself from the limiting, low vibrational thought patterns that you allow to permeate your mind state. Chop the TV off. Separate yourself from the demons if you must, because you're going to see them. You got to be willing to stand right next to your demon and stand in your power. Worship yourself, and your true God will appear. Mysticism is thinking that an external force controls your life, your reality, when the whole time it's been you. It's been you. You are your own devil. You are your own enemy. It's all you playing the game of life with you. But you win in the end. In the end, you win. And you're going to continue winning. Now is the time for you to take the rightful position as the savior of your own life, as the king or queen on your throne. If you don't know how to lead yourself, you will become a follower of someone else. If you do not know how to lead yourself, guide your own ship, you will be controlled by someone else. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Walk this holy ground knowing that you are God. You teach it to your children from the moment they arrive. You are God. All life is sacred. You can have, do, or be anything that you put your mind to. God is love. When you start loving yourself as yourself, you'll start to worship and honor and worship and go Google the word worship. Go Google the word worship. Go into the dictionary what worship means. The Bible has already told you these things. Seek your kingdom first, and all these other things will be added unto you. You'll also discover that all the things that you're chasing, all the things that you're suffering for, all the 40-hour shifts and all that you're chasing, you actually don't need. You just want it. And wanting is another way that you will suffer in this life. You don't need it. You just want it. Your needs will become your wants, and your wants will become your needs. All of this is mental. Study yourself. Study how your mind works. This means everlasting life. They're taking in knowledge of you. You are the only true God, and of the one and the ones that you've sent forth. Abundance. Have an awesome day. I am so happy and grateful that you were able to tune in today. I bless you. I bless you. I bless you. I bless you. The ground you walk on is holy ground. You are the most amazing thing to happen to this planet. Now go make disciples of yourself. Now go duplicate yourself and watch and see how you'll transform this world. Thank you for listening. Have an abundant and glorious day.